Hey gang, welcome back to the channel, where today we're reviewing the Hatsan Jet 2, which is by far the cheapest PCP airgun that we've reviewed on the channel. I've done a lot of reviews on budget guns lately, but this one is the cheapest that I've ever done. So if you are low budget and still want to get into the PCP game, why don't you go ahead and park the Ultima, finish up your ramen noodles, and come with me as we take a look at this thing. First, let's show you what it comes with. Clearly, I already have this thing out of the box, but let's go ahead and do a somewhat of an unboxing anyway. Nice packaging. I always am a sucker for good packaging, so that's kind of nice that it comes with that. You're going to get a little safety card. You're going to get your manual. And guys, you know, if you're not familiar with PCP air guns, read your manual, please. It's definitely helpful for your safety and to not break the gun. And then you're going to get this little black box in the box there, and that's going to contain all of your accessories. So you do get 2 mags with this gun. I've already loaded this one up, and it's the typical way that you load these mags like most budget guns, where it's hard to do with one hand, you flip that over like that all the way until it exposes the last round, put it in backwards, and then you can just drop the other ones in. But you're going to get a little fill adapter. I'll show you what the deal is with that in a minute. You're going to get a few O-rings and a dowdy washer and some stickers, some seals, and then you will also get a single shot tray. So this bad boy just snaps into the breech, and if you don't want to use a magazine, you can single load this thing, which is kind of neat. So yeah. Oh, also, one thing it does come with, or mine came with, was this 1/2x20 adapter that I've already screwed into the gun. You are definitely going to want that, because this bad boy is loud, and I don't like to irritate my neighbors a lot. So we're going to go ahead and put this FX impact moderator on the gun when we shoot it. But let's go ahead and cover some of the features of this gun. So it does have an adjustable stock, okay? So you can adjust your length of pull. You can also adjust your cheek rise, and the stock right here is removable. So you can see the 2 separation points right here. There's just a button on the bottom right here. You press it, and then you can go into pistol mode. And pistol mode actually is interesting. So this gun has iron sights, and they are fiber optic iron sights. They are pretty decent actually for what it comes with, except they are only elevation adjustable and not windage adjustable, but they do flip down. So you can flip your sights down if you have this in a backpack, which really I think that's the perfect use case for this gun, is a little backpack gun to bring around. My previous backpack gun was a Crosman 1377, which I spent way too much money on. And in pistol mode, this thing is actually the same exact length. When I get home, I'll grab a picture of both and flash them up on the screen here so you can see. It's really the exact same length. And there's the Jet 2 versus the Crosman 1377. And honestly, I'd way rather have the Jet 2. I spent a ridiculous amount of money on that Crosman trying to make it something that it can't be. And it's about 6 foot-pounds, whereas that Hatsan Jet is like 15. And it's the same exact form factor, really. But you do have the capability to easily add that stock on there, and you're going to get a lot of shots per fill with no pumping with this thing. But anyway, back to the sights. So you've actually got 2 options here. The front sight is constant, and then if I turn this around, you can see there a marking for pistol mode and a marking for carbine mode there. So when you're in pistol mode, you can, without the stock, flip that up and hold it out at arm's length and use that as your sight. And then when you're using the stock, you can go ahead and use that one, which is pretty cool. So up front, you're going to see 2 40cc air cylinders. This gun fills to 250 bar, and I've got it super full right now. And it is a non-regulated PCP. So if you're unfamiliar with that, what that means, it doesn't have a regulator in it. So as your tank pressure goes down, it's going to affect your velocity. So, you know, being that there's no regulator to keep it consistent for the operating pressure of the gun, you're going to get sort of a bell curve. But it does get plenty of usable shots, and we're going to use my FX chronograph there to show you exactly how many it gets. Today, I'll be shooting these H&N Barracuda greens. These are the lead-free pellets, and they're just under 13 grains. And I found that these shoot pretty good in this thing. Oh, also, I told you that I would tell you about that fill adapter. So because that's recessed in there, they give you that fill adapter, but I don't know why they really do, because you can just unscrew this, and that's what I've been doing, and you're fully exposed like that. So if you don't want to unscrew this thing every time, you can use that fill adapter, If not, you can unscrew it, and then it also has a fill nipple cover there. So anyway, that's the gun. Oh, it's also got a safety that just literally just blocks the trigger, which is kind of hilarious, but hey, budget gun, and it does the job. So anyway, let's get to shooting. What I've got going on here is super bright lights in your face. Please hold. All right, what I've got here are some hanging targets at 10 yards, and you can see it's quite windy. So being that this gun is essentially, like, I would say a 10-yard gun. I mean, sure, you can actually mount an optic on it because it does have an 11mm dovetail rail. You can mount a scope and obviously be way, way more accurate than you are with iron sights. But for me, the use case of this gun is tiny backpack gun, and I don't want a scope or anything hanging off of it. I want to just use the iron sights. So that's going to be the use case today, and we're going to shoot those cans and water bottle and stuff hanging over there. So let me throw this suppressor on. We'll fire up the chronograph. We'll see how many shots it gets. We'll see the consistency, and we'll see some hits on those targets at 10 yards out there. All right, guys, so that's how it looks with the moderator on there and the stock back a little bit. Pretty slick, actually. I kind of like the way this thing looks. So I've got 2 7-round mags loaded up. I've got my chronograph here with the weight set in it to 13 grains, which is what these pellets are. These, again, are the lead-free ones, and they shoot pretty well out of this thing. So we'll be able to see the energy as well as the velocity. So I'll try to read off some of those as we go here. But let's shoot some of these varmint cans down here at 10 yards. And those are basically representing squirrels and critters, which I would shoot at 10 yards. So let's get it going. We'll go left to right. Oh my God, that hit it pretty hard. So that was 769 FPS, 17 foot-pounds. So that's exceeding the advertised 15 foot-pounds. Cool. And it's getting really windy out here. Shouldn't affect me much at 10 yards. 751 for 16.3 foot-pounds. And it's just slicing right through those cans. All right, so this is the 4th can from the left. And let's get some fun going here. I'm going to try to shoot that bottle about halfway up, see if it'll leak some water. Smacking it. All right, so now it's down to 718 FPS, which is right at 14.9 foot-pounds. So let's keep it going here. Oh, that one got it good. Oh. Okay, so that was all 7. And I went back up to 759 FPS. 16.6 foot-pounds, not bad. So this will definitely do the job on squirrels, rabbits, whatever. And if you've got some close-range pests like I do, if you guys watch the channel, I shoot chipmunks out of that little log pile at 10 yards. And this is going to be the new iron sight chipmunk log pile 10-yard gun for sure. All right, I got another mag loaded. Let's keep blowing these cans up here. All right, I'll go left to right again. 761 FPS. So it is smacking them hard. And being that this is the lead-free pellets, it's just going right through. I haven't missed yet. 741 FPS, so that's 15.8 foot-pounds. And then down to 701. So it doesn't have a regulator, so it's not going to be super consistent. Also, I've probably shot like almost no shots out of this gun before this review, so it's not very broken in either. But anyway, it's just going right through these cans. 736 FPS, so that was 14 shots. Let's see how many shots it takes to get to kind of an unusable level, or where we're... How about this? We started around 750 FPS. Let's shoot it until we're at like 650. So 100 FPS slower than what we started at, which honestly, those shots would still be usable for shooting chipmunks and stuff. But let's go ahead and see how many shots it takes to get to 650 FPS.
A few moments later.
All right, I finally have 2 mags loaded. Let's go ahead and shoot these things some more and see how long it takes to get to 650 FPS. 722 right there. 696. Let's go for the blue Red Bull can. 718, 709. Let's go for the last can to the right. 700, go for the water bottle. 693. And I heard that one ricochet off in the distance. That was 689. So that was 21 shots. Let's keep going here. Okay, 673. 663. 662. Go for that blue Red Bull can again. Oh, I missed. 665. 652. Okay, so that was 4 magazines from right around 750 FPS down to about 650. 652 is 12.3 foot-pounds, so still plenty enough to take a rabbit or a squirrel or whatever with it. All right, dudes, so that's going to do it for the Hatsan Jet 2 PCP airgun. So whether you're a poor and you want to get into PCP, no, not the drug, just PCP airguns. If you want to get into PCP airguns, or you just want a simple little budget plinker to plink at rats and squirrels 10, 15, 20 yards away, then this is definitely an option, and it is definitely one of the guns of all time. So if you want to pick one of these up, I'll drop links in the description and comments for you guys. Appreciate you guys if you're using those links. Even if you click in through my HPP or Amazon links and buy other stuff, that benefits the channel. As you might know, I do not monetize the channel, therefore I forego anything from YouTube and bring in $0 from YouTube itself. So affiliate links are all I got. Thank you if you use them. Thank you for tuning in. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.